Hi, we've ran into Daniel Rose, who's no stranger to Salt and Light. You know a few people, I think, back at our studios in Toronto, right?
Absolutely.
And what brings you here to the Eucharistic Congress, the procession tonight?
I'm here serving with Holy Cross Family Ministries with the Mary Chapel that we have at Haddington Road on St. Mary's Church.
Great. Where is that?
It is a it's a neighboring church close by the center here.
Oh, fantastic. What has there been a highlight for you so far this week attending the conference? Or the Congress, sorry?
It's been such a privilege to pray with people from all around the world united in love for Jesus and the Eucharist, and especially praying for the Church of Ireland. I feel a true privilege to be here united with the body of Christ.
What do you think specifically about this procession tonight? It's been very, very touching and moving seeing all these people walking, praying together in unity.
It's beautiful because we know that we're all members of this pilgrim church, and so as we're on procession here or during our Lord, we just are united with all the souls in the church and praying for all the people of God, all the children of God, that will all be united together in Him in heaven, and this is a little glimpse of that as we're walking together.
Now, what's something that you can think about, something that you've picked up this week, or learned or seen that you can really take back to your own ministry and really sort of try to implement?
I think that the power of our prayer is much greater than we recognize, that when we're in His presence, that we are united with that perfect prayer of Christ in the Eucharist. And so I think that God, if we could understand, I think that even in the littleness of our prayers, what He's doing in the world with that when we're in His presence, that's what I'm going to be taking away from this time.
Great. Well, you're a gift to the church and you're a gift to Salt and Light as well. I know a lot of people would love to say hi to you, so I'll send my greetings through me to you.
Please do. Please give them my love and prayers as well. And we're all united in Him in the Eucharist every time that we're at Mass and before the Blessed Sacrament. So we'll see each other there.
Great. Thank you so much. We're here with Michael Kelly, who writes for the Irish Catholic newspaper and also CNS sometimes. Michael, we're just in the middle of this procession here, the Eucharistic procession at the Eucharistic Congress. What's been your impression of this night and this procession so far?
Sebastian, has been a wonderful atmosphere. That so many people have come out to celebrate their faith in the Eucharist, to celebrate their Catholicism. It's like, in a sense, that people have given each other an unconscious message to switch their light on. It's a really, really great experience. People have come from all over Ireland, people who aren't even attending the Eucharistic Congress, Catholics who are working, who are busy this week, who won't be able to attend. They've come to celebrate and join with the rest of us who are here all week. So it's a beautiful atmosphere and a beautiful celebration, and it's a great witness to the rest of the city as well. Those who aren't engaged with the faith, those who aren't involved with the Eucharistic Congress, it's a beautiful sign and a beautiful symbol, and it's great to see people who are out for their jog, people who are out for their shopping, out for a walk. It's beautiful to see them stop and say, what's this? What's going on? Maybe these are people who haven't engaged with the church for decades, but this is something that they can witness and something they can say. It's a beautiful thing, and there's a great deal of life in the Catholic Church.
Right. You know the Irish Church so well. What is something like the Eucharistic Congress going to do, you think, long term?
I think this is something that can be a signpost for renewal. We've had a lot of difficulties in the Catholic Church in Ireland. We're all very upset. We're all really sad at the abuse that has taken place in the church. The fact that our leaders very often didn't respond to it in an appropriate fashion. That's something that we're very conscious of. We want to reach out to the victims and ensure that they get all the support and everything that they need. This is something that I think has to be a moment when we can say there's great life in our Catholic faith, despite the difficulties, despite the darkness that Archbishop Martin has talked about. There's a beauty in our faith, there's a richness in our faith that we want to celebrate, that we want to share with the world. Sure, we're disappointed that not so many people go to church as used to go to church, but we want to go out to them and say, well, why not consider coming back? Why not re-engage with your parish? Why not re-engage with your local Catholic school? And I think this can be a moment when Catholics who have been very browbeaten in recent decades can say, well, let's go back to our parishes, let's go back to our communities and invite our neighbours who, they say they're Catholic. 84% of Irish people say they're Catholic, but they no longer practice their faith. Maybe invite them back to the parish, invite them back to church, and I think it can be a beautiful moment for that.
Good. Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us, and enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
I'm here with Deacon Brendan Collins, who's also no stranger to Salt and Light. You spent a summer, was it a summer?
Yeah, a summer in 2009. I was there for about 6 weeks interning with Salt and Light TV.
It's great to see you. It was great. Everybody was so happy to see you when we first ran across you a few days ago. You've been standing here on the sidewalk watching the Eucharistic procession go by in the background. What have you seen?
I think it was first and foremost, I'm surprised by the number of people who are here. I didn't think it would be as many. We talked about joining in the procession, walking around with it, but then we thought it would be nice to line the streets as well, to stand here so that people can see us supporting them as well, and also to see the different groups of people who are involved in it, seeing some of the schools that are attending as well, and I was surprised by the number of young people too, that there was so many of them, and it was good to see the number of clergy and the number of different religious in Ireland. That is very important, and I suppose for Ireland to have sent so many religious out across the world to bring the good news of Jesus Christ, that seeing these people now back here in the city and showing again and reconnecting with their orders again, and people who are part of orders that have moved away. I've been talking to some of them, and they've come back here to spend this time in the Eucharistic Congress and connect with their own country. So it's been a joyful moment for them too, that they have been able to spend this time with their order.
Yeah, that's great. What do you think? What do you hope would be a long-term positive effect that a Congress like this could have on the Church in Ireland as a whole? And I mean, you're going to be in a diocese, in a parish soon. You work at a cathedral right now in Derry, right?
That's right.
What are some of the long-term effects that something like this can have on at the parish level?
Yeah, I think as a society we measure everything by how many people have shown up, what the numbers are, what the turnout has been, and I think we don't maybe do is dialogue enough with the individual people. And I found that some of the best times for me have been sitting with people in small groups and being willing to be a witness and to go out and to speak to other people and just to engage with people who make eye contact, and then suddenly a relationship has happened here, and tell them my story, and they want to talk to me, and tell me I'm a very young looking priest or whatever, and I'm a deacon, and and you can give it fun with people as well. And there's been a lot of joy, and I think we've lost a lot of that joy about our faith, about what our religion is about. This brings a great life to us, and I think that this will give a subtle increase now for people to know there's something greater here. And I think, and we need, how we do that is we do that each person individually, building up that relationship again. And it's one of the things Mother Teresa talks about, I only wanted to help one person and one person, one person, one person. I think if we continue to dialogue with people individually, and this is what this has been about this week of the Congress too, that we're getting a greater appreciation of what our faith is, and how we as a nation should be proud of it. And we should be proud of what this is, and to stand here and to watch these people who are committed to their faith and all that we have been challenged. I think it'll bring a subtle increase in our faith again. It'll bring people to reconnect with their faith. It'll give them a greater appreciation to walk past and to see the people on the street kneel down when the Blessed Sacrament was being carried through. And as I was standing here as well, met some people from the parish, and they're all waving over, and some of the sisters had met in my different work and World Youth Days and things like that. And so it's been a great way of connecting again and bringing all of us together.
Yeah, joy, hope, passing on the faith person to person, that relational character, all things that we need to sort of rediscover in our faith, and certainly things that are happening here at the Eucharistic Congress in Dublin. Deacon Brendan, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.